Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we're reading Bhagavatam again. Now, to do respect and fairness, it is actually quite nice outside, but we didn't go outside to read. We will do in the future.
Okay.
We're reading Bhagavatam and starting a new chapter.
Canto 4, Chapter 15, Text 1, King Prithu's Appearance and Coronation.
Haribo, King Prithu ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 1. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, thus the Brahmanas and the great sages again churned the two arms of King Vena's dead body. As a result, a male and female couple came out of his arms. Text 2. The great sages were highly learned in Vedic knowledge. When they saw the male and female born of the arms of Vena's body, they were very pleased, for they could understand that the couple was an expansion of a plenary portion of Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. The method adopted by the great sages and scholars who were learned in Vedic knowledge was perfect. They removed all the reactions of King Vena's sinful activities by seeing that King Vena first gave birth to Bahupa, described in the previous chapter. After King Vena's body was thus purified, a male and female came out of it, and the great sages could understand that this was an expansion of Lord Vishnu. This expansion, of course, was not Vishnu Tattva, but a specifically empowered expansion of Lord Vishnu known as Avisha. Interesting. Yeah, what we were reading in the previous vlog or reading video about this little dark small dwarf type man came out, and he's like all the impurities. So because Vena having the mixed heritage of his dad being King Anga,
Very good.
and then his mum having the unfortunate situation, as keeps being mentioned, of being the daughter of death personified. So they said, they got rid of all the bad DNA, put it that way, with some chromosome washing, as it were. So no, there is, when people try to, it's a thing. People pay a lot of money for this. They don't want a kid like this. They don't want this defect. They don't want that. People mess with these things for money. They have to pay a lot of money. So you can say it's the origins of all that. And then they get a girl and a boy. And this girl and a boy are empowered beings of the Lord. So that's not bad, is it?
Didn't sound very bad to me. I'm still stuck on I guess a lot of things logic won't explain. Krishna is achintya, he's inconceivable. But I'm just trying to get, the dead body is now churning life. And I'm thinking, and I'm a little worried that the life comes from life is not being... Of course, you could say that, and I think I said this before, that, a dead body still has living cells in it. So you could say that something's being... Still, it's not that they just got some dirt and created life from the dirt. But yeah, it's okay, where is the life actually coming from? Where are they manifesting from? I mean, of course, it's wild that the body's been kept and being churned, and so it's almost like, in one sense, because it's in the Bhagavatam, we accept it. It's Vedic, but it doesn't sound much different than some kind of stuff that might happen in
Sci-fi.
Well, sci-fi, yeah. But I was thinking like different kind of native cultures probably do this, some sort of possibly voodoo type culture, or even maybe Aborigine type culture, or even American Indian culture. I don't know if they were like that, but it could be some, or Aztecs or something. They were, people had back in the day. There were certain powers and potencies that people had. So anyway, it's an interesting thing. And of course, it says it is specifically empowered expansion known as a Vaish. And that is, Prithu is an incarnation of the Lord. But what incarnation is he? He is a Shakti-Vaish avatar of the Lord. King Prithu is a Shakti-Vaish. Means he's an empowered representative of the Lord. Hari Hari. Text number 3. The great sages said, the male is a plenary expansion of the power of Lord Vishnu, who maintains the entire universe, and the female is a plenary expansion of the goddess of fortune, who is never separated from the Lord. Purport. The significance of the goddess of fortune's never being separated from the Lord is clearly mentioned herein. People in the material world are very fond of the goddess of fortune, and they want her favor in the form of riches. They should know, however, that the goddess of fortune is inseparable from Lord Vishnu. Materialists should understand that the goddess of fortune should be worshipped along with Lord Vishnu and should not be regarded separately. Materialists seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune must worship Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi together to maintain material opulence. If a materialist follows the policy of Ravana, who wanted to separate Sita from Lord Ramachandra, the process of separation will vanquish him. Those who are very rich and who have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world must engage their money in the service of the Lord. In this way, they can continue in their opulent position without disturbance. So this is a great purport, which basically explains the principle of Lakshmi and Narayan. So one thing, quite a few people have mentioned over the years at different times how devotees often refer to money as Lakshmi. And especially people from Indian culture, because they know who Lakshmi is. But many times they haven't really heard of money referred to as Lakshmi. And because she is the goddess of fortune, so she's also the goddess of riches and wealth and like that. So the idea, is that we should always keep Lakshmi in the service of Krishna or Narayan. So that's what this is basically saying here exactly, that if someone has wealth, has been favored by the goddess of fortune, by Lakshmi, because they have Lakshmi, then they better well engage some of that Lakshmi in the service of the Lord. That way they'll be able to kind of retain their position, their wealthy position. We see a lot of people, like especially from Vedic or Indian culture, they will worship Lakshmi or Lakshmi Narayan in their shops, or they worship Krishna, not Krishna often, they don't worship Krishna. They'll often worship Ganesh or Lord Shiva or Durga or like that, in order to try to gain riches. But we worship Krishna, and wherever there's worship of Krishna, there will naturally always be Lakshmi. So we worship Radharani, and Radharani is actually an expansion of... Lakshmi is actually an expansion of Radharani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text 4.
Yeah, 4.
Of the two, the male will be able to expand his reputation throughout the world. His name will be Prithu. Indeed, he will be the first among kings. Purport. There are different types of incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Sastras, it is said that Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva and Ananta are all very powerful incarnations of the Brahman feature of the Lord. Similarly, Sachipati, or Indra, the king of heaven, is an incarnation of the lusty feature of the Lord. Aniruddha is an incarnation of the Lord's mind. Similarly, King Prithu is an incarnation of the ruling force of the Lord. Thus, the saintly persons and great sages predicted the future activities of King Prithu, who was already explained as a partial incarnation of a plenary expansion of the Lord.
Partial incarnation of a plenary expansion, which means it's not a direct incarnation. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. Have we got anything else to say?
I'm sure you were going to say that anyway, but...
No, not really, but it doesn't matter to anyone. Okay, I've got nothing to say.
Well, yeah. A partial incarnation of a plenary expansion. So there are different types of incarnations. I started working on a presentation on this once before, but I haven't finished it because there are different places where it explains all the different ones, and the ones that come directly from Krishna, the ones who come through the Vishnu expansions, and yeah, there's lots of different types. There's the we said Shakti Avesh avatars. There's the Yuga avatars. There are the Guna avatars. Then there are the what are the other ones?
Leela.
Leela avatars. There are the Manvan avatars. So the Manus that are born, they're avatars of the Lord. There are many different types of avatars. The Vishnu avatars. Yeah, so many different types. Okay, text 5. The female has such beautiful teeth and beautiful qualities that she will actually beautify the ornaments she wears. Her name will be Archie. In the future, she will accept King Prithu as her husband. Text 6. In the form of King Prithu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared through a part of his potency to protect the people of the world. The goddess of fortune is the constant companion of the Lord, and therefore she has incarnated partially as Archie to become King Prithu's queen. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that whenever one sees an extraordinary power, he should conclude that a specific partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present. This is Vibhuti. And Vibhuti is the name of, I think it's the 8th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti Yoga. He says, there are innumerable such personalities. Not all of them are direct Vishnu Tattva, plenary expansions of the Lord. Many living entities are classified among the Shakti Tattvas. Such incarnations, empowered for specific purposes, are known as Shakti-Avesh avatars. King Prithu was such a Shakti-Avesh avatar of the Lord. Similarly, Archie, King Prithu's wife, was a Shakti-Avesh avatar of the goddess of fortune. So there you go. Interesting. Of course, it works out like this, that Archie is an expansion of Lakshmi, so she's female, in a female body. And of course, Prithu is an expansion of Vishnu, so he's in a male body. But we don't often hear much about Shakti expansions in the form of ladies who expand, or, we hear Radharani is the origin, We hear about Lakshmi, Durga, feminine personalities. But there may be others. Like maybe Wonder Woman is a...
Wonder Woman.
Confirmed. See, I think that was confirmation.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had a comment.
Please do.
Text 5. It says the female has such beautiful teeth. I just wanted to... Anyway, it's just a comment. Many moons ago. 10 years ago. At least. Maybe more than 10 years, actually. We remember in that circle, and you made everyone appreciate everyone. And it was... But I think I was one of 2 females, so obviously we just appreciate each other. And then the female, and you appreciate the qualities of the devotees. Well, you pick that one, or someone picks that one, and she didn't have anything to say. So she said, she's got such beautiful teeth. It just reminded me when it says here the female has so she appreciated my teeth.
Well, that's better than finding some fault, I guess.
Well, it was an appreciation circle, so I hope she didn't find a fault. But I thought it was funny. I was like, okay.
Got nice teeth, mate.
Teeth.
Oh, that's good. Lots of people don't have nice teeth, and you probably can't appreciate them.
Okay. Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please read the Srimad Bhagavatam. Please remember to like,
comment,
share,
subscribe.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Harimo.